Hey, everybody. We are jumping back in with Daytwan Broussard. We are right in the thick of it with our Ryujin quest line. And if I'm not mistaken, we are leaving the clinic. So we're going to head back to, as a matter of fact, we could probably do it right here. We're going to head back to Ryujin Tower. Set course to Volai. We're going to jump. As long as we don't have any kind of contraband on us, we should be fine. No contraband on ship. They need to scan us.
Ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. That's all we...
You know, it's funny, but, and don't get me wrong, I probably already knew this, but it just occurred to me that we're being scanned by the patrolling ships out in orbit and not by ground control. And we just paid a bunch of dues. I don't know how much dues we paid, but we paid a bunch of dues. And we did get rid of Nestor economy right now. So if I were to say come in here and see how much money this guy has. Let's see what you got. He has none, which is unfortunate. But you see, we have 6 spacesuits. And now you can see the value of the spacesuits, right? 1.2K, 3.4K. This one is worth 6.4K. That's the resale value of the suit itself, right? This one is 2K. And you remember with the Nestor mod, we weren't selling anything for more. I think the highest price I saw I was selling anything for was 600 credits. 600. So now we look at the price over here, so you can see this is how much they're selling for. Now, again, and you can see my ship is over encumbered. Why is my ship over encumbered? It's missing some stuff. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna see, because right now it's telling me my ship. Okay. See, the interesting part here, and then I'm just looking to see what ships I have. And then, okay. So right now, the ship is over encumbered. That's kind of a difficult thing to do. Well, maybe we just fix that in one fell swoop right there. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, I better not let that slide. That we can upgrade our piloting skill. I want to upgrade those, but I want to see. That's the one. Okay, so we need to work on that. Use 5 ship repair kits. Okay, yeah, might as well. Okay, so now if we go back to our ship and we look, you can see right now, look at that. We got plenty of room now for all that we have. So I'm okay with that for now. But I just have way more cargo than I need to have. So I should start looking to whittling it down. And then I think the way to do that is here's the thing. We've and then I know I've gone over this before. The total nerf that Nestor was doing with the I'm probably just gonna spend the credits for the economy mod. 10% of the value seems a lot more reasonable and respectable. It still triples the cost of modifying your ships, but you're getting 10% of the actual value. So, and then just to show what I'm talking about. So when we look at our spacesuits, right? So you can see what the actual value is of the spacesuit. So this one right here is 8,700 credits. 23.7, K credits, right? 40, almost 45,000 credits. So this one here, if we were selling it, I think with Nestor, we would still be selling it for less than 1,000, right? If that. And with the economy mod, it's supposed to be 10%. So you could still sell it for roughly about 4,500 credits, right? That's not so bad. I think the problem with that is I don't know if that's as much of a nerf as the Nestor mod, and that much different than what were we gonna pay? What were they gonna give us for it in there? I think 8K. So roughly the normal pricing. So basically what the economy mod is doing is it's tripling the cost of upgrades and having the cost of not the cost but the amount of money you get for selling equipment. So it's cutting it in half. And I don't know that is still the best, but I mean, tell you the truth, 5%, that would still make it 2,200, right? I think the Nestor mod was taking it down to like 1 or 2% of what the value was, and that was just ridiculous. And I wasn't liking it. The amount that it was nerfing it by was just way too much. Okay, so full transparency here. We are about to go into, to me, the worst mission in the game. I have not successfully completed this mission 100% stealth. Now, we already had some issues in Ryujin, trying to do that mission all stealth. We didn't get through it with him. We got through it with my other character, but she's way higher level. All right.
I hope we're keeping you busy.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako.
Yep, all there, and accounted for.
Looks like it. This should be more than enough. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
we learned that not putting guards there is the worst idea ever. Infinity hired Ecliptic mercenaries to obtain the shipment.
Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothicite. Were there any survivors?
Why were there no guards there? Were these people unprotected?
Our station on Carone 3A and Consolidated Mining's contract were both confidential.
Apparently not, since they knew to go there.
Believe they'd be under any threat. Of course,
That's just...
we had no reason to believe we had a mole either.
And here we are. No one lived. Ecliptic killed them all.
Sicking Ecliptic on a station with nothing but miners and scientists?
With no protection?
Corporations can sink low, but this is a new level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
Yeah, Infinity had a private contract at the clinic.
I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this secure wing?
Yeah, illegal human trials.
So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO. I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this.
Can we give it to someone else? All right, well... I'm going to say, I promised Dr. Lane we wouldn't expose. Well, yeah, I'm going to say that.
In the future, I'd avoid making such promises. But in this case, I don't see any harm in allowing you to uphold it. Provided the information our technicians uncover isn't too damning. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothicite secure, it's almost time for us to make our move.
All right, let's get started.
Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
Can't get anything done around here without running into red tape.
All right, yeah, got distracted there. Let's see. We are... Oh, she's not coming with me, is she? Well, she's probably going back to her office. All right. I'm home alone, and then all of a sudden my door pops open. I'm like, turning around to see what ghost is coming in to check up on me. It turns out it was my daughter. Her plans changed, so she was back home.
Good.
I think I'd given myself whiplash, though, turning so quick to check the door.
All the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
I knew it. I knew Imogene was innocent.
Yes. You made the right call.
That's my
I've
girl.
briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
All this lying, man. What is Imogene going to do in the meantime? Just stay in hiding?
Imogene is a resourceful woman. I have no doubt she's in a safe house of her own design. In fact, she probably sees this as a paid vacation. My guess is she's lounging on a couch somewhere, binging all those movies she hasn't had time to watch.
Yeah, but what if I miss her? All right, understood. I'd want solid proof too.
The people we're dealing with will expect nothing less. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program, so this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
All right, whatever she gives me, it's yours. There's no way she's framing Masako too. Of course, I care more about the fact that taking her down because she framed my girl, but okay.
Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
I don't want to attend a meeting. Aren't I supposed to go get fitted with the what's the name? All right, let's see.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
I was able to find and confront her about the situation.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Maybe someone should be keeping better tabs on their employees.
I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Okay.
Echo, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
Always ready. Do whatever it takes.
And that's precisely why I know we can count on you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
So much work to do.
I'm going the wrong way. I have to get my bearings. You like my security outfit? Actually, what is it? It's a flight suit. It's just the regular blue, I believe it's the flight suit, and then a cape, and then a UC hat. And the Vroom gloves.
Are you sure you're okay? You left pretty fast.
I'm fine.
Double check those measurements are right.
Warning.
Anesthesia always
This
makes me
unit
nervous.
is not suited for addressing mental health concerns.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Okay, just don't fry my brain, all right?
Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's gonna be all right.
Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All
And
I'm
what about
saying
mine?
is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Yeah, I don't have any PhDs, but I'm just saying, my brilliant intellect, charm, and wit, oh my goodness.
All right, let's get this party started.
My nose is up higher. My nose is up higher. Up higher. I guess that's the new way to apply it to your chin. Knocks you right on out.
Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success.
I can't move. I can't move.
Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Well, I can't hear very well. Did you leave a scar?
So, how are you feeling? You look good?
Oh, well, thank you. Does this mean the procedure was a success? Or am I dead?
Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. You were the ideal subject. Now,
I hear that a
we
lot.
just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects come creeping in later.
All right, I feel fine. Everything kind of seems the same, really.
That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
Oh, there goes my plans for a lifelong minion, I tell you.
Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Alright. Alright, let's see what this thing can do.
That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Now, I always have issues with this. It never just works like it's supposed to, or I have never figured it out. I'm gonna go to first person. Okay, so that is the key to open that door, okay? He can't open a door without it. But I don't think that lights up for you to have him interact with it first. You have to have him interact over here first, then you realize it's the key. Then you got to get him going again. Get on the key and then choose the door. You'll see. All right. So we got him. Click on him. We're going to use manipulation, 75% for 30 seconds. 75% chance it'll last 30 seconds. All right. So we'll hit him like that. Oh, take the key. Grab the key. All right. And then going over there. Hold on. See, this is the problem here. You can't give him multiple commands, right? I can say use the key, but I don't. That doesn't work. I have to reacquire him. Sometimes it does. This time it's actually working. That is the first successful run through I've ever had doing this. It's never worked like that before. I didn't want to close the door. I wanted to talk to him, but it's okay. Hello?
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
I was just trying to talk to him.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just
No.
got a 3-hour quantum physics lecture, that's all.
She got me with one of those last week. What was it this time?
No, it didn't feel like anything to me at all.
Yes. Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
Well, don't let it slip to DeMarcus that she lectured you.
You didn't feel violated at all?
Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring.
Sure could.
We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for. When it comes to your job, you bet it does. Besides, the neural isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I have to figure out how to get out of here. So It's very interesting. Just that, like I said, I'm not looking forward to the mission because I get disoriented inside of LTD, and you don't have a map or a map that I can figure out how to use, and so it's like I don't know where I'm going. And the problem is, without like some sort of map or some sort of creative pathways to allow you to use stealth better, you get caught.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
See, to me right now, a tranquilizer gun would have been the best option for this one and for the upcoming one and the Ryujin Tower one as well. We'll make him wish he never heard of Project Dominion.
And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
I'm thinking option A.
Yes, the less people you need to interact with, the better. Ideally, none at all. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Not a problem. I can handle it.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
So the public will never know Infinity successfully stole from Ryujin.
Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Hey, good. The less people in the building, the better.
My thoughts exactly. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Just make sure you follow through on that statement.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
It'll be the corporate story of the decade.
It certainly will, and we'll have front row seats. So, any final questions before you go? Good
Ready.
luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
The name is the same whether you're female or male. Alright.
The Ryujin CEO is no joke in the boardroom.
You have the program.
There you go.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here.
Where's my hat?
This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
One down, one to go. Time to pay Infinity a visit.
Yes, I'm looking forward to putting this all behind us. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Don't wander into any restricted areas. They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Okay, we gotta stop by our warehouse. Well, actually, if nobody's using that, we can use this. Alright. We are going to do something with it. Not much, but something, I guess. Alright, we don't have the ability to change that. 25% harder to detect is fine. We will hack her as well.
He said he wanted to personally thank us for our contributions to the city and hopes for our
All right. And then where's our operative suit? It'd have been nice to be to throw something on there for that. We'll throw that in there. You can see nothing we can do there. So first things first, we're gonna put the chameleon on there. I'm gonna put automatic, and then all right. Might not have been the smartest thing to put on there, but let's see what we're dealing with. Nope. Well, yeah, for now, we'll put that on. God dang it. That's what the helmet looks like. We're not going to put it on yet. But this is the suit. Might as well just go ahead and throw that on right now. Since we're here, let's go ahead and dump some of this stuff. Do I still have? I do not have it. Let's see if we have it put away. There it is. All right, so we're gonna put these away for now. Lighten our load. And then we got like a ton of stuff that we can just file away for now. We're gonna hold on to that. Put that away, put that away. We'll have to figure that one out. And then let's just see what we got. We got Frost Wolf. And we do have a ton of Panopticon. So we're going to need that minus 50 movement noise for 3 minutes. That's going to really help out. Okay. There we have it. First things first, though. We'll want to go in and actually equip that somewhere so that we can have easy access to it. And we're gonna want to equip that.
Hey there, friend. Need something?
No. Oh. I was. All right. Travel to New Atlantis. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? I want to be 100% quiet. That's what I want.
This is United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. No contraband detected.
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever been here. $16,000, 17,000 credits to land here. We are losing money. I know it. We are losing money when we land. Okay, that older data drive quest activates as soon as you hit this point, right?
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go.
This woman here, do not talk to her. I don't know what quest line she is part of, but if you talk to her, it turns into a fight, and security will attack.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty.
Of course, I could have told you that.
You see that scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Well, we won't. Well, we can try not to talk to him. We're here for one thing.
Evening, sir.
So we could go check in here. Let's just do it.
You got this.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today?
Yeah, my name's Skylar Lumen. I have an appointment at marketing, or with marketing.
Yes, from Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Roger that. Now, I could have just went straight up the roof, I think.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. Desi notified me that you are on your way. Hey, if you just have a seat, I can notify Miss Hart that you've arrived.
All right, thank you.
notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
100% on this guy. What are you doing, dude? See what I'm talking about? See, and then I can't select him again. And he didn't turn off the thing like I told him to do. It doesn't always work. And then once it stops working, once you hit him one time, that's it. You can't do it again. Right? And like I'm clicking on him right now. And I can't get him to do anything. Thing is, I can't get, you see, I can't jump through that thing and hope that the timing's right. So, that's what I'm talking about. Every time, this would work better if this would work. Right? And I think it was just, it's poorly implemented, in my opinion. Right? And like I said, once we get inside and we start doing stuff, there's nothing we can do. It's going to work not even half the time. And like I said, it's like maybe you should have watched some of the old Splinter Cell video games and, you know, stole a little bit from their stealth gameplay. Especially if you're going to create something like this. And the fact that I can't click on him again is annoying. And like I said, nothing. I got nothing. So there, because it failed, I don't have a way to get down there and clear out the building. So now I have to figure out a different way. That's the roof access. So now I'm sneaking around with everybody in the building. I'm just gonna. Yes, right now I'm just completely frustrated and annoyed right now because that doesn't work. How much damage did that take? Well, not a whole lot. But you see, that's not how you were supposed to do it.
personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
All right, 3 minutes in. Now, the thing is, that vent, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't open up. It'd be great if it did. But you see, it's not a vent. So what we need to do is convince this guy, and we have a 0% chance of working. So now what we gotta do is wait until he patrols. Now the thing is, I don't know if he actually sees me. I'm hidden, so he doesn't notice me, or he shouldn't. And he should be not planted in one spot. I mean, he walked over there as we were coming over. How long before he moves? Walk away? I couldn't tell. I can't tell. Nope. He hasn't moved. So, the making of awesome gameplay is 3 failures in a row. And then watch, once you clicked on them once, you can't click on them a second time. The panopticon work is more off. So again, I bring up, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then, now here's my issue. We're blind. There is no other way out of here. And we're blind to whether this guy is looking or not. So, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Right there, you're gonna get caught. He can't be completely oblivious. Have to go down anyway. And now I don't know where I need to go. Be great if, yeah, okay, good. Okay, see this guy? There's a guy around the corner there. Reason why I know is because I ran into him the last time I did a mission like this mission. So what you're supposed to be able to do, and he isn't the one I need to avoid anyway. He will eventually move. Okay, probably in the wrong direction. All right, let's give it another try. 75% chance. I want you to go over there. What happened? I can't click on him again. Shit. Told you. Told you. It would be very cool if I can figure out where I am. All right, let's just say F it and go where we need to be. Okay, I can't go through there. Can I go through there? We're in corrosive gas, which is not great, but I need to get to a vent somewhere. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I need to go. I can't figure this out. Fuck. I'm pissed. Can you freaking just get up there? I'm pissed. I am absolutely pissed. There's nothing I can do. Get up there. Oh. That is me extremely pissed. I know. They know where I am. But I have to figure out how to get out of this mess. Like I told you, this is the most frustrating mission in the game. I hate it. I don't like it at all. There's several reasons. One, because you don't get a proper map. Right? I'm 100% pissed. Now I admit I dropped down onto one, but like I said, it's not. It really could have been done better. And then again, I mean, there's probably people out there. I don't know that I recall watching anyone actually 100% go through here 100% stealth. Does this? Okay, the card is in an office somewhere. I think I have to go further down. Generally, there's usually nobody back here. Wrong one. I'd have been pissed if I pulled that out and then shot somebody. We got to do this non-lethal. So we got to get through here and out over there and up here. And then there's a card around here somewhere. Either they make us a card or take the digipic. There it is. And then we got to get in there. And then we can do that. All right. This way. And again, there shouldn't be anybody. Now, all heck is going to break loose once we go in and take the module. But not before then. Alright, so that's freebies that they give us. And there's a magazine. All right. Did it overrun? I think I overran. Did I come out? Okay, there's the what's the name thing? Here we go. I need to go back. I need to go up more. I need to get up there. Are you fucking kidding me? So you can tell when I'm pissed because I'm swearing. See, my strong suit is I'm not good with directions. Right? So without like a map that I can constantly refer to, seeing a layout is not going to help me. And I'm going to forget where I am. I'm going to lose track of which way I'm going. And obviously run into a lot of obstacles. And there you have it. I really hate that mission. And it's not like no matter how many times I do it, I don't get better at it. I mean, that goes the same for the Ryujin Tower. It's not like practice makes it perfect.
Would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by a
Okay, there's a mission over here, but you can't. You should the Lazarus Awaken. Should not do that until after you've done the UC citizenship quest line. Then it makes way more sense. All right, let's go. Talk to this guy.
Prime position to report on the big stories that affect the United Colonies. Can I help you?
Yeah, I think I got a news story you'd be very interested in.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about?
Well, I think Infinity's growing body count due to unauthorized human trials will probably say it all.
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
Yeah, all the evidence you need.
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence.
Pretty sure you already know the answer to that.
Well, you can't blame me for trying. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source?
Concerned citizen.
Why am I not surprised?
Right?
As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
Don't we all? All right, we'll see how successful we were. Hopefully shooting him and immobilizing him is better than 16,000 credits. Is better than actually killing him. Previously, I would just go in there and just kill them all. Not worry about the body count. That's why I'm saying a trank gun would be awesome. A trank gun and the ability to hide the bodies.
I've got my eye on you.
Oh, I can't blame her though. I probably shot her last time I came through here.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report.
It's only a matter of time. I'm sure it's the story of the year.
As far as the corporate news world is concerned, it certainly will be. And how did the Neuroamp perform?
It sucked.
That's unfortunate. Although a true testament to your skills as an operative. I can see how relying on such technology may not be for everyone. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith.
And Ryujin buys Infinity. No one loses their job.
Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
Absolutely. Sounds like a win-win.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
You know
Which
it.
is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move.
Oh, convince.
There are several who might disagree, and
Air quotes.
you have the perfect tool to help sway them.
Ah, and they'll be on your side. I know I can convince them of the benefits.
I know you can as well. So now you're fully aware of my expectations. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision.
How about 100?
I trust you'll get it done.
We're shooting for 100%. Yay and yay. All right. First things
Don't
first.
wander into any restricted areas.
Oh, lock it up. All right, let's first get Ularu. 2 yeses.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
If you look, check it out. Well, not with that attitude. I feel like you just want to be difficult.
If I wanted to be difficult, I could make this much harder on you.
Do we?
But no, this is more than just some petty ploy. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished.
All right, look. Look, I'm already with one step.
If you use that neuroamp wisely, it will guarantee that Infinity gets shut down.
All right, look. Why are you so against acquiring them?
The corporate world will hear SSNN's story and believe Ryujin exposed Infinity because they stole from us. It sends a strong message. But acquiring Infinity could be interpreted as a safety net. Infinity tried to screw us over, yet they still survived. We need to be sending a much stronger message. If you mess with Ryujin, we'll shut you down. Period.
Look. You need to listen to reason. Okay? You know acquiring Infinity is the right choice.
Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting.
You know, I actually like her voice, you know, but speaking of, I plan on bringing up the neuroamp, isn't it? I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing the outcome.
You and me both. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
All right. You are welcome. Let's see, we can go 3 for 3.
If operations starts to bore you, let me know. You'd make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope.
No, I'm used to waking up in strange places, to tell you the truth.
Reminds me of my undergrad days.
Ooh.
I mean, I assume you're joking, right? I'll have to
Mm.
get that documented, and we'll definitely want to run a few tests if not.
Mm.
So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Brilliant. You're going to be famous. It changes everything.
I'd be the next Ray DeCaris, my childhood hero and mentor. How amazing would that be? DeMarcus, eat your heart out. Don't tell him I said that. He knows I love and respect him. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be?
Okay, I know there's bound to be something inspiring or new in their research.
That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day.
Well, that's because you're talking to
All we
me.
can do now is look forward to the meeting, right?
Yeah.
See you in there.
Okay, looking forward to it. All right. Hey, my brother, what's up? Hold on. Let me hit you with yeah. All right, bro. Hey, man, what's up?
Just the person I wanted to see.
Hey, I was looking for you
I want to get
too.
all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
And you would be right. All right, hey, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available.
Oh, yeah.
You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd throughout your assignments here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
Oh, yeah. They're definitely, of course. We can save the jobs of thousands of people. We should do it. The majority of those workers are innocent. They didn't know what was going on. I'm going to say, of course, if we can save the jobs of thousands of people, we should do it.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have.
Not, well, true.
It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
True, but you can take it. You can handle it. Look, you have the opportunity to do some good here. Why not taking it?
That is a plea more well spent on Genevieve or Alexis. I prefer to focus on the numbers and leave emotions out of my decision-making.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we be getting employees on Infinity's cheaper salary numbers.
This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run.
You got it.
Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation?
Oh, brilliant. I think it was well handled. Proves how capable she is.
And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement.
I got you. I feel you. I feel you. Because she remained cool, stuck to a plan. Prematurely releasing any of this information might have just caused the panic, right? More cleanup, more problems.
I agree. Should Masako had informed us too early, we may have all turned on each other.
Right.
I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
What are your thoughts on the neuroamp?
It's the next big step for Ryujin Industries.
You're right. Financially, yeah.
Financially, it'll keep us secure for years to come.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt it's our future.
All right. Nothing I can think of then. See you at the meeting.
This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
All right. We have 4-7, so we got everybody necessary, but we're gonna get everyone. We are shooting for 100% across the board.
Is Misako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side?
Maybe. That depends on who's. Well, actually, I didn't realize there were sides to take.
In this business, there's always a side. And right now, I'm backing Misako.
All right.
We just need to grab Infinity LTD while it's got the public's full attention.
Absolutely.
I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light.
Mm-hmm. Coming to the rescue of all those innocent workers will really look good for us.
I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job. Good job. I'm actually here to discuss more than just the Infinity.
Well, you have my attention.
The Neuro app. Have you considered just how powerful the Neuro app is?
Which is why I know it requires some very delicate handling.
Yep.
But unlike Alexis, I believe we can get the proper restrictions and regulations in place to have a marketable product.
Absolutely.
We do it every day with weapons we arm ourselves and our ships with.
That's right. That's right. It's a game changer, and it needs strict guidance. Yes.
Don't I know it? I think Alexis and I are truly going to have our work cut out for one another.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discuss security ramifications with Dalton, and I'm sure there are alterations, safety nets, if you will, that we'll need from Vina. It's sure to be quite the undertaking.
It will.
Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
I'll look forward to it. All right. You be good. Take care. That was a good talk. Good talk. Hey, can I have that?
Hours in the day.
I know, right? Hey, Alexis.
If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to make sure my arguments are solid before this meeting.
Arguments? All right, I heard you're not a fan.
You heard correct. I've every reason to believe that Infinity Ltd is the Pandora's box of corporations.
Yeah, but you can handle that. Legal issues aside, the pros of acquiring LTD far outweigh the cons, right?
All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset.
Well, basing your decision off the possibility that something might happen sounds pretty silly. Well, no, we don't want to do that. I thought someone with your talents would be up for the challenge.
I see what you're doing. And I suppose it's working.
A little. A lot, actually.
Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me.
I think so, too.
Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom.
I've been told that quite often. All right. All right, so I'm curious about your thoughts on the Neuro app.
Nice to know someone is. Everyone's too busy praising its completion to think about the dangers it could represent.
You're right. You're right.
First off, if I find out you used that device on me,
I have not.
I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life.
Have you been feeling any disorientation?
Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight.
And you're right.
I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
All right, look, check it out. Check it out. Is there anything positive?
Tech like this only has good applications when you have complete control over who uses it.
Bingo.
Once that tech hits a market, open or private, that control is gone. And not only that, the tech is out there to be advanced or modified by anyone who might get their hands on it.
Look, I'm just thinking with the proper legal guidance, right? The applications for the Neuro amp, They're endless. And that would be you guiding everyone.
In an ideal situation, yes. And I suppose creating that ideal situation is within my power.
Absolutely.
Now you've made it sound like a proper challenge that I can't help but accept. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
I think you're warming up to me. I'm thinking we're gonna be buds. I really do. All right. Hey, can I call you Al? Just call me Al. All right. All right, brother, man. My brother from another mother. Looks like I got all the hair though. Okay, check it out, man.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting.
That depends.
I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome.
She has.
Good on you. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened.
Well, here's the thing. You were against it from the start?
Completely. I understand the success it can bring for the corporation, but my only concern here is security. It's not that the board majority fails to see the dangers. It's that they believe we can overcome them.
And
that hubris could easily bring this corporation down one day. I only hope it won't be on my watch.
Well, that is my ultimate goal. Look, I'm thinking Project Dominion is essential to the future success of this company. Yes, it does have risk, but I don't think those risks are anything you can't handle, and that's what we're counting on.
I suppose you're right. As long as I'm fully aware of the risks, I can properly account for them.
See?
My first priority will be to get the board and all security members set up with shielding as soon as possible.
Yeah, you should have did it before we spoke.
Infinity Ltd. We're about to add a significant workload onto my team.
And we're about to do that.
I want to deal with any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause.
Well, I think the acquisition is worth the work, okay? I know you can handle it, and you know that too.
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd. is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process.
They will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Too bad you can't terminate her after the vote so that Masako can see. I got 7 out of 7. Clear cut, across the board, yeses. Right? And I'm so good, I don't even know which yeses are manipulated and which ones are just from my sheer personality. Right? And which ones are drug induced. Right? But then at that point, does it matter? Does it matter when you're just convincing everybody that you are the greatest thing since sliced bread? Look at that. I want to be in the room when it happens. In the room when it happens.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd.'s botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
I think the announcement would garner public faith in Ryujin.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole.
He did. He did. I didn't like that. Imogene was just another victim. Imogene is innocent. She played a vital role in helping us expose Ularu.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
With the pulling of nails.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
Oh, heck no.
And
Get her out.
allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
That's right, hobbler. You're going away for a long time.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
We're looking forward to it.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? If there's nothing else, this meeting is concluded. I'll be following up with a few of you shortly.
We didn't vote on the neural amp at all? Or since I got everybody to didn't have to vote?
You're looking interesting today.
So, Infinity Ltd learned a lesson the hard way, and we exposed the traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
I'm hearing that a lot lately. You know, thank you. It's quite a compliment coming from the CEO.
It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did.
Well,
I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time.
no, I had to prove Imogene was innocent. I was willing to do anything. No pressure at all. These are the type of jobs I live for.
I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative.
That's very
You've more
generous.
than earned it.
Thank you.
It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see my girl right now. Thank you. I wish you had mentioned something about, ooh, did we get 8,400 or is that 84,000 credits? There, look at that. Talk to Imogene. I'm coming, sweetheart. I am coming. Is she gonna ask me out on a date? Hey, what's up?
That. Your surgical wound's healing like a dream.
Well, you know, that's because I'm a fast healer. Hey, bro.
So, taking a break?
What's the latest news?
We let Camden go today.
Yeah.
Good at his job, always reliable but high maintenance.
Really?
Camden. Yuko's holding out on me, but I bet you anything it was related to Bayou.
Okay. All right, man. You're not going to thank me for bringing your idol back?
I'm a little busy right now.
I didn't ask you.
I hate being
I'm so excited. There she is. Hi, honey. I'm home.
Certainly shaking things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me.
I can't believe it.
Obvious misjudgment on my part.
You want me to take her out?
Now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day.
Hey, you know what? Really? Right back to work?
Of course. If you think anyone here believes in downtime, forget it.
All right, well, hey, I'm going to tell you, it's good to see you back in the office, Imogene.
And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork.
But you returned to me.
Since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions?
So I don't get to deal with you anymore?
No, but try to see that as an improvement.
No,
since I certainly
don't.
do.
What?
The mission board is more efficient for both of us.
But it's so impersonal, and we don't get to stare lovingly in each other's eyes like right now. What kind of assignments are these?
Nothing you aren't already familiar with. You experienced the majority of what we do here during your training, if you recall. Uploading a few files, manipulating a narrative or two, obtaining schematics, it's just more of the same.
All right, I'm good.
Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course.
Well, thanks, Imogene. I will see you around.
You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy. Just for you.
Just for me. That's right. That's right, Imogene. Because, yeah.
Don't cause any trouble.
Mission board. This isn't my office. You know why I say it's not my office? Because it doesn't have the obligatory here welcome gifts. You know, the digipigs, the weapons, the ammo, and the safe with credits in it. And ammo. Oh, and the drugs. Oh, definitely Hippolyta. This is our office. So guys, that's it. That is the Ryujin questline. So basically, when you look at all the quest lines, the main thing that you get at the end Whoa, excuse me. So from this quest line, we get the operative suit. That's what we're wearing right now with our cape. You get the internal neural amp, right? And that shows up right here. So now you get this perk, the manipulation perk. And then I think we got a hefty sum of credits, but those were the biggest perks from this quest line. And then so next time around we will go, and because as you can see there it is, we have our very next mission, or next I don't even know what to call it, but we have the surgical strike. So we have to go back to the clinic looking for I can't remember her name, right? But this is part of the whole Freestar Collective Ranger quest line. So we'll go to the clinic, talk to Ben Armistead, track down Maya Cruz, and then we'll have to head to the Red Mile and talk to May in order to get in touch with Marco. So that's it. Those are the next steps with this guy, right? He's already further along in the Freestar Collective quest line than Rona. But once we finish up the Freestar Ranger quest line with him, then we can and I think we'll do it in concurrently. We'll do the UC citizenship quest line, and we'll begin the Constellations quest line, so we can eventually get Andrasia, meet her, and then see what the interaction is between these two, seeing that at some point she's going to realize he is Serpent's embraced, so he does follow the Varun religion, and we'll see how that goes. And then I don't believe Shattered Space starts until you've completed. I think that's how we have it set. So it doesn't start until you've completed Andrasia's quest, her quest line, companion quest. So that's still going to be a ways off. And remember, with this character in particular, going into Shattered Space, he may be looking to kickstart or restart the Serpent's Crusade. So we will definitely be considering that when the time comes. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, to see how that works out. All right. Now, normally I don't actually, I always tell them to shelve the NeuroAmp. This was the first time that I've actually told them to go talk to everyone into going ahead and proceeding with the NeuroAmp. So I'm kind of curious if that changes anything in the game. I want to see if some of the decisions you make have consequences. So that would be an interesting one there. All right, so that's it. I want to thank you guys for joining in and tuning in again. Remember, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All right, I appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you next time. All right, later. Bye.